Now, let's move on to our next contestant. Which school are we going to next? We're going to Catherine Lady Barclay's school, where we'll meet, I think, our only contestant ever in the 9 years of FameLab who owns their own flock of sheep and can shear a sheep. Is that what he's going to be doing on stage? I see no sheep backstage, but who knows? But let's give a massive round of applause to our next contestant, contestant number 6, and that is Harry. Harry, welcome to the stage. 3 minutes of interesting science. Take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a question for you. Do you think you could be able to taste the difference between a bacon sandwich made from a pig with one head?
You're there, because it's not really working. And can we just check the microphone? Do you want to say hello? Just say hello. Is the microphone going to work, or do you want to switch on to handheld? Switch over? Okay, so I'm going to confuse you a little bit, and I'm going to give you this microphone. Is that going to be okay for you? Yeah? Yeah? So if you just hold that nice and close to your mouth. So hold it up. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Take 2.
Good man. Boom.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a question for you. Do you think you could be able to taste the difference between a bacon sandwich made from a pig with one head compared to a pig with 6? Now, imagine we have all come home from our first day of reception with a monstrous drawing of what's supposed to be a normal animal? What if I was to tell you this could be the future, all because of genetic engineering? This can help increase productivity and discover new things. It has worked many times in the past. Another way this can be done is by selective breeding. This is when you breed 2 animals with your wanted characteristics to get your perfect animal. However, this takes a lot longer than genetic engineering. So, you're probably wondering, what is genetic engineering? Genetic engineering is when scientists combine DNA from 2 different organisms. One way they do this is by cutting and rejoining genes. First, they take a gene from one animal and cut out DNA with the desired characteristic. This animal is called the donor. Next, they combine this DNA with a gene from another animal. This new DNA has the characteristics of both animals. This new DNA is called recombinant DNA. This is a very precise way to breed, but can be very expensive. A similar process, known as AI or IVF, is used a lot in dairy farming, as you can even choose the gender of a calf. They may call their calves female. Scientists have tested genetic engineering in many ways. For example, they've put spider cells into goats. This resulted in the milk having silk in it. They use this silk to make bulletproof vests, as it is 4 times stronger than Kevlar that is normally used. They have also saved someone's life, as a 57-year-old man named David Bennett had a genetically modified pig's heart placed inside of him. They have even put jellyfish cells DNA into rabbits. This resulted in the rabbit glowing in the dark. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the fact how all these amazing science facts is changing people's lives, but the animal always comes first, right up until the bacon sandwich. And sometimes their rights can be compromised. Their 5 rights are to have food and water, to be able to express natural behaviour, to have a natural environment, to be housed from or away other animals for their own safety, and to be kept from pain, disease, suffering, and injury. Sometimes when genetically engineering or modifying an animal or a whole species, these can be compromised. For example, harm to health, risk of cancer, or immunity to vaccines. For example, if scientists were to make all the animals the same and they were to develop a disease, it could wipe out the whole animal race. Or if we were to start experimenting, we could have animals with 2 heads and 6 legs, or rabbits that glow in the dark. Oh wait, we already do.
Borrow this, I'll share this with you. Fantastic. Did anyone else, as soon as you mentioned like genetically engineering the spider and the goat, did anyone else picture a goat with loads of legs? Was that just me? Well done, and well done for coping with the microphone situation. Thank you very much for dealing with that like an absolute pro. We're going to go over to the judges now. let me just stay on track. And Daniel, I'm going to come to you first of all. Genetic engineering, what would you like to know?
Wow, big topic, and controversial actually as well. Can you tell me anything about the ethics? Is it right? Is it wrong? What's the discussion there?
Well, there's a big, kind of debate saying whether it should be allowed or it shouldn't be allowed. For example, there's thousands and thousands of mice being tested on right now for new drugs for humans. And some people say, oh, well, the human comes first, so surely they should have priority. But there's some people that say, oh, no, they're in pain and they're suffering. There's also monkeys being tested on because they're our closest relatives. So, yeah, it is a very big debate, very controversial.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Harry. As Daniel says, really fascinating topic. How did you get interested in it? What led you to the topic today?
Well, since I could walk, I've been a passionate farmer, and so I thought this would be a good way to structure my passion into my speech.
Super. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Harry. You can head back to your seat.